Here we go. The New England Patriots are making another free agency signing, getting back on the board here in free agency, but again, not really making a needle-moving change to their team. Now, according to Andrew Callahan, the Patriots are signing free agent safety Jaylinn Hawkins, most recently of the LA Chargers. He will now be here in New England for the Patriots. Now, we're going to break down everything that you need to know about Jaylinn Hawkins and what he adds to the team. But do me a favor, I have not yet heard confirmation on what the deal is, how long it is, compensation. So comment down below what it is if you guys do know what it is. But also, subscribe if you're new, join the family, it is free. Lastly, comment down below a letter grade for their offseason so far. Just want to know what you guys think about the KJ Osborne, the, Austin Hooper, Jacoby Brissett, Antonio Gibson signings, Armand Watts, right? They brought in some interesting players, but nobody needle moving so far. Will they do it going forward? We'll see what happens, but let's get right into why Jaylinn Hawkins could be a really good fit here in New England. Now, the first thing we're going to notice when we take a look at Jaylinn Hawkins and what he's done in the NFL so far, I just want to slow it down so you guys can, get a better sense of what he is as a player. But he's a safety, primarily a guy who's going to play a lot of special teams. Now, when you look at his career so far, he's played in the NFL for roughly about 5 seasons, tallying up 135 tackles, 72 solo, half a sack, a forced fumble, but also 4 interceptions as well. Now, the guy is a very solid, reliable tackler as a safety. Now, we all know what happened this offseason in terms of the Patriots obviously getting rid of Bill Belichick. They kind of want to change the culture here in New England with a new head coach in Gerard Mayo. Now, the one thing to note is, a guy like Jalen Mills is now gone. A guy who could play multiple different positions, right? They also lost some depth in the secondary as well. And now, like Adrian Phillips, right? He's gone as well. So, I think Jaylinn Hawkins is a guy who can primarily play special teams, but also has the ability to continue to develop in his career and become a better player. As you see here, right, does a good job getting to the quarterback, forcing a bad throw in the back of the end zone, which quite frankly could have ended up being a touchdown, right? So off the edge, screaming, good speed, good athleticism. A pretty smart player as well. As you see, the tight end pretty much beat the safety right away, but does just a good job forcing Herbert to throw a bad ball, right? So I like his versatility as being a special teamer, but also someone who can make plays on the football as well. And then again, on this possession, we see him blitz up the middle, disguises it so well, waits till the quarterback, Tom Brady, snaps the ball, boom, fits into the A-gap here, creates pressure, and then forces Tom Brady to just release this ball before he really wanted to, and ends up being an overthrow. So obviously you can tell right away that this man might not be a day one starter, but he's a guy that can come in here, compete for minutes, and also be a reliable guy to play special teams, be a gunner. And special teams is one of, very, very important, very underrated in terms of, the special teams players. I mean, we saw what Matthew Slater did here for the entirety of his career. I'm not saying Jaylinn Hawkins is going to be that guy, but having those guys is very valuable. Jaylinn Hawkins, a guy who can come in here, back up Jabril Peppers and back up Kyle Duggar and be very, very versatile as well. Now, when you look at the Patriots from last season, their defense was one of the best in the NFL. Their problem was they couldn't score the football at all, right? The Patriots have made some moves to help that, right? You bring in a new quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, to maybe mentor whoever you draft. You have Antonio Gibson now. You bring in Austin Hooper to be a backup tight end. You bring in some line depth and then a starting wide receiver in KJ Osborne. But there's still so much work that needs to be done with this football team. Jaylinn Hawkins is not a needle mover. He's not a guy who will come in here and be a day one starter. They still need to go out there and make some moves, right? Now, don't get me wrong, I like this signing. I like Jaylinn Hawkins. I like him as a player. I like the versatility, the new dynamic of being able to play not only on defense, but also be able to come up and play some special teams, make some big hits, draw the ball loose. I think this man can be productive. He played primarily as a special teamer with the Chargers, but was always someone they loved having on their football team. I'm thinking that they're going to get him here for cheap. New England Patriots are former 4th round pick, out of, I believe, California. To the Atlanta Falcons, only 26 years old, has that versatility. Let me know what you guys think, man. Nothing too much. Again, he has 4 interceptions throughout his career, 2021, 2022. We'll see if he can end up buying himself some time as an actual player on this roster, defensively, right? Not just special teams next season. But let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. And I'll see you guys in the next Patriots update. Should be soon. Peace.